Hello everyone, how's it going, and welcome to today's Wild Rift video. And I'm back showing you all the best builds from the esports scene over in Wild Rift League Asia. And the great thing about these videos now is I have the full rune and full build setup for you from these players, because they've changed the MVP screen a little bit to actually show their full runes and full build setup as well at the end of game, which is a big plus to this video and to this series. Now in today's video, we're going to be checking out Jayce. Now, Jayce has been a very big high-pick priority on in the Wild Rift League Asia scene because of many different reasons. The champion has a lot of great laning phase pressure. You most of the time win every single laning phase as Jayce. Is a great flex pick in competitive that can be played in the Baron lane, mid lane, or even in the jungle, and just overall is just very strong right now. This gameplay was from Team Weibo's Fay, or this video, sorry, is about Team Weibo's Fay, and we're going to be taking a look at his build now on screen with his rune setup. Unfortunately, we don't have the full build because it was a pretty quick game, but I have the full build setup on screen anyway on the game, because I'm pretty much watching every single game for the Wild Rift League Asia, and Jayce gets played so much, but this was one of the only times it actually got MVP. Doesn't really shine that much, doesn't really shine above and beyond for MVP, but is still strong enough. Now, the interesting thing about Team Weibo's Fay's rune setup, though, is that he runs ELECTROCUTE, which has been quite popular recently. It gives you a lot of laning phase pressure, and you can proc ELECTROCUTE quite easily because you have so many different abilities and so many different ways to auto attack, range poke, melee, jumping in. There's so many different ways to proc ELECTROCUTE. But I think the interesting rune is SCORCH. Now, SCORCH has been a pretty undervalued rune, and it has been buffed quite a few times in most recent patches, but I think it's been used quite a lot in Wild Rift League Asia, especially on champions like Jayce, Karma, and also Ziggs, because of that early game poke damage that you can offer and deal that little bit of extra damage to win the laning phase. Now, this rune doesn't scale very much well into the mid and the late game. Kind of gets outscaled by runes like Gathering Storm, but I think it works pretty well. I did run it in this gameplay as well that you're going to see later on when I went mid lane Jayce, and it does give you quite a bit of early game burst damage. Right, let's take a look at the full build now in more detail. We're going to be running the Hull Breaker as the first item. This item gets used so much. It gets played so much in Wild Rift League Asia for many different reasons. The base stats for this item are absolutely insane. You get so much maximum health and so much attack damage that it's so good on any bruiser or pretty much any AD champion in general. You even see this sometimes on AD assassins like Zed, which kind of says it for itself, really. The interesting part about a boarding party passive is obviously you get less armor and magic resist if you are a ranged champion. And it actually does change with Jayce. So when you go into range form, you actually get less armor and magic resist as when you're in melee form with Jayce. So every time that you're looking to try and escape or trying to take less damage, always decide to be in melee form, because that means you're going to take less damage, because you're going to gain the extra armor and magic resist if you're not near any allied champions, which I think is a very interesting little secret trick there that you can learn with Hull Breaker and Jayce. Now, obviously, Hull Breaker is normally used as a split push item, but this item is still really good when grouping as well. But the reason why Hull Breaker is so strong is it just gives you that early laning phase pressure. It's just so strong. You basically never die when you're in laning phase with this item, and normally you can get this before the first dragon as well, which is very good. So even if you can't get the first objectives, you can try and get the first tower of the game. Then after this, the Asian players have a little bit of flexibility. They either go for Ghost Blade or they like to go for Serpent's Fang. Kind of depends on the situation of the game. Obviously, Serpent's Fang is if you're against any shielding champions, can be really good because it gives you the anti-shield. But Ghost Blade is really good because it gives you the extra momentum stacks, which gives you the extra movement speed, which allows you to jump into melee range. You get the little bit of extra attack speed as well. But also this item is very cheap, gives you a lot of attack damage, ability ace, and also the flat armor penetration, which will help you a lot against bruisers and tanks in the early game. So a very good item that you should definitely run on Jayce. Now for the boots, you can go for any of the defensive boots, Mercury Treads or Plated Steel Caps. Both of these are really good. Or you can go for Ionian Boots of Lucidity if you need a little bit of ability haste. And then you always want to run Stasis. And the reason why you run Stasis, because sometimes you go into melee range and you jump in with Jayce. Sometimes you go a little bit too far, so Stasis is just there to make you invulnerable and untargetable. And then when you come out of Stasis, maybe you can use your other abilities to escape or try and deal more damage. Then we have Black Cleaver, again another really solid item for Jayce. Again, gives you a lot of great base stats, maximum health, attack damage, ability haste are all great. The Sunderer passive means that you'll be able to reduce the enemy's armor as well, which can be done quite quickly, especially with your range form with your second ability, because you have them quick auto attacks which stack a get a stack of Sunderer every single time you auto attack, which is really nice. And also rage passive means you'll get that little bit of extra movement speed as well. Now most of the time you still do need a flat armor penetration item, or percentage, sorry, armor penetration item, and in this build we're going to go for Mortal Reminder. Mortal Reminder is really good because of the Grievous Wounds passive, allowing you to reduce the enemy's healing or enemy regeneration effects. There's so much healing in the game right now that this is pretty much a must on most AD champions right now. You can go for Serratus Grudge instead if you want another alternative, but it still works very, very well. And as a last item, we have Edge of Night. Now you can switch out Edge of Night for Guardian Angel. Maybe if you're really far ahead and you're scared of dying, you can go for Guardian Angel, and it does have the Resurrect passive. But Edge of Night is another item that has been very, very popular over in the Wild Rift League Asia scene because of the because of the spell shield, sorry, giving you that protection against any hostile abilities. So say it's like Nautilus ulti, Gragas ulti, anything like that, you can block the next hostile ability. Now this can be kind of countered in a way. If you're against like a Morgana, they can just put their pull down and they can easily proc the spell shield, but it does only have a 35-second cooldown, so it will go back up quite easily. But again, another item that gives you a bit of tankiness and gives you a bit of extra AD. For the runes, already explained it already. Electrocute gives you a lot of laning phase pressure, and this is why Jayce is so popular right now, because his laning phase is so strong. 3 separate attacks or abilities, you get to deal the extra damage. It does scale a little bit into the later stages of the game because it scales with 40% of your bonus attack damage, but as I said, it's not as much of a scaling rune as say like Conqueror or anything like that. This is all to do with laning phase and winning the laning phase with Jayce, and that's why we go for Scorch. Damaging an enemy champion with an ability burns them, dealing bonus magic damage after a second, and it only has an 8-second cooldown. I think that's the big thing about this ability, is that it only has an 8-second cooldown, which means that you can walk up, use your first ability, maybe use your Shock Blast acceleration gate, and use the poke damage to proc Scorch, back away for a few seconds, and then you can use it again. It's absolutely fantastic what you can do with Scorch, and I think it can work very, very well. Again, it doesn't scale as much, but it's really, really good for the poke damage that Jayce can offer. Bone plating is still really, really strong, helps you a lot in the laning phase when you're taking trades, but also helps you a lot in the later stages of the game because it basically allows you to take reduced damage. And then Nimbus Cloak gives us the extra movement speed when we're using our summon spells, which in this game we're going to be running Flash and Barrier. You can run different spells as well. For the final rune, you can run Demolish if you feel like you have a lot of laning phase pressure. You can try and get some tower platings early on, or you can go for Sweet Tooth if you want the extra honey fruit healing. But Nimbus Cloak was the one used in this build. But hopefully you all enjoyed the gameplay. I was checking out this build and I was giving it a try, and I had a lot of fun at playing Jayce, and hopefully you all enjoy this series. If you do, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, let me know down in the comments what champion you want to see next from the Wild Rift League Asia, and I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Peace. Asia. So I wanted to give it a try. Electrocute is more to do with early game burst damage and also Scorch. So it allows you to bully a lot during the laning phase, which is normally quite nice. Which is always very, very nice. Okay. That's an interesting one.
I'm always ready. Face the future.
It's so annoying how everyone gets like such amazing passive XP in this game. I had level 2 advantage there, but she got passive XP. It's so sad.
Without fear.
Also, I guess because she has Kraken Slayer. There's also that as well. Bro, can I stop messing up my double Qs? Okay, I'm guessing she's going back to base. I can actually go back to base here myself. Oh no, she's not gonna let the lane push in.
Never look back.
Like, why is my double Q not working? Okay, my double Q is doing some weird stuff. I don't know why my double Q is not working. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know if it's bugged or I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me messing up.
I'm always ready.
Quickly push out this lane. And go back to base. That was okay. I mean, I just struggled with that early trade because I kind of messed up getting caught by the stun.
Our future will be bright.
It's okay. It worked out in the end. It's okay. It worked out in the end. CD? What? My gate was on CD? You sure? I don't think my gate was on CD. It's so difficult trying to proc electrocute though sometimes with Jayce. Like you always need to jump into proc electrocute. Which sometimes obviously can be very, very difficult. There we go. That's more like it. Most important thing there was dodging the stun of Irelia. Like if we dodge the stun, then we win the trade every time. No way that hit me. Fuck, okay. I had to blow my flash there. I was trying to push in the wave as quick as possible. It's fine. We blew our flash, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
I'm always ready. Engaged. Fully charged.
You know what I think I'm doing? I think I'm accidentally pressing my second ability instead.
Never look back.
That's what I'm doing.
Without fear.
God, there's no way, right? I just completely entered. Oh no. Oh, this is so fucking upsetting. Ah, this is so upsetting. It's so upsetting, actually. It's so sad. I could have easily killed that Lee Sin there, but I knocked him away with my E because I thought my E would do enough damage. It's a big misplay.
Never look back.
Last shot? Oh, lucky. That's a big misplay from me. Can't believe I wasn't able to kill him. I'll push out this wave and then we'll go back. They got top tower already.
Powering up. For takeover. Without fear. Bring down the hammer. Cannon engaged. I'm always ready.
No, Irelia lives. He's got anti-heal ASAP. The healing is way too much for them. That's fine. We get bot lane tower, I think. I cannot believe he survives on 1 HP. So many of them are surviving on 1 HP. Does Jin just proto belt forwards?
Our
Like
future
Giga
will be
Chads.
bright.
My guy just proto bolted forwards.
Fully charged. Cannon engaged. Shot. Hammer time. Powering up.
I don't understand why this Aatrox is top. I have Hull Breaker.
Without fear. Cannon engaged. Never look back.
Okay, nice. Anti was really important for us this game. How is that damage? Oh my god, this Nasus has Trinity Force and Serrader's Grudge. I wonder he hurts so much. Okay, they went for a tower dive for some reason. Not really too sure why. Probably get this mid tier too.
Powering up.
Okay, pretty sure Lee Sin just flashed.
Breakthrough progress.
I'm pretty sure Lee Sin just flashed.
I'm always ready. Engaged. Never.
Okay, we're just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we're pushing up so far.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
They're 4 AD though. A 4 AD, which is not too bad. Jayce Enjoyer confirmed. I mean, I'm just trying out a new build that I saw in the Wild Rift League Asia. So far, it doesn't actually feel that bad. What's this Aatrox doing? What is this guy doing?
Hammer time. Bring down the hammer. Cannon in without fear. I'm always ready. Accelerate. Hammer time. Breakthrough progress. Cannon engaged.
I have a lot of gold. I should go back to base, shouldn't I? Ah, well played, Lee Sin. Well played, Lee Sin. That was actually really good. It's really well played by the Lee Sin. Fuck. Actually a really good kick by the Lee Sin. Oh, Q, E. Oh, Dinah can't get in range of the E. That's so sad. Can I kill you already? I say kill him. Nice. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, it's not going too bad in the end. What build is it? So I have Electrocute, Scorch, Bone Plating, and Nimbus Cloak. And the build is kind of normal, like Hullbreaker, Ghost Blade, Black Cleaver, Mortal Reminder, and then GA. The build is the same, it's just more the runes. Really intrigued about the runes.
Will be bright.
I actually I've gotten a few kills with Scorch. And I think this gives you a lot of early game presence, this build. Because you have so much damage from Scorch and so much damage from Electrocute.
Never look back. On the horizon.
There's no way they're doing Baron. Can I protect this in time? I missed. I tried to hit both of them and I missed both of them.
Our future will be bright.
I was gonna say, there's no way they're doing it right. What the hell is going on?
I'm always ready. Hammer time. Down the hammer. Cannon. Gauge.
We can just go Baron. This game's pretty close though. I made some pretty nice plays this game, but I've also made the really dumb plays. It's kind of what happens when I don't play Jayce a lot, I guess. Still a pretty decent game though. Go, go, bust, bust, bust. Nice. Well played, team. Well played. Go towards GA now. Final item. We could go for Edge of Night as well. I don't think Edge of Night will be that important for me. I think just getting GA and just rounding out the build with GA is probably more important.
Eyes on the horizon. Bring down the hammer.
Can I just end the game here? Backdoor? X-Peke, backdoor? Easy, baby. Nice. GG's. GG's. Not bad. Decent game, decent game. 25k damage, the most damage on my team. Decent game.